To go. Congratulations if you're picking it up. You are the first. 906-754 is your item number. Now, I will tell you, this was such a delightful treat to have in the show, but I did ask for something specific.
Okay.
I am a girl that started to take a journey to clean deodorant a few years ago, and I became really, really frustrated, Heather, because number one, I was looking for products that didn't have aluminum or baking soda, and none of them worked. None of them worked. I felt like sometimes I just felt like it came out of like an herbal shop and I smelled like somebody had thrown some different like kitchen herbs at me and it just didn't work for me. I still had the problem. Well, then I discovered the goat milk stick, and it is a unique science-backed formula that will work for you. Now, first up, it's the perfect time of year for you to try it. And we do have it for you on AutoShip, and we do have 3 scents. I'll tell you, I currently am loving the coconut cream. I just feel like it works well with my pH. I feel like it gives me exactly what I need. It's a hint of a scent. It's not a lot. Then we have your pure, so that's gonna be the original. You're getting 2. And then we also have the glacial mint and eucalyptus. I find that guys really like this one too.
Yes.
And this is gonna go on clear, invisible, completely transparent, no synthetic fragrance, and no aluminum and no baking soda. And for women and for men, we have glands here. There are things, but I am a hot yoga girl. I like to walk my dogs. Like, I'm somebody,
You live
I
in
sweat.
Florida.
I live in Florida. Like, I sweat, girl. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm at the age where like, I perspire.
Glisten.
All the time. I glisten.
She glistens.
I glisten.
And if you glisten, the first thing we say, pretty much 9 times out of 10, if you watch a presentation, we come out and we say, this works. This is a natural clean deodorant that actually works. And you can definitely speak to that. We're using a calcium citrate as our active ingredient. And so now we've got 2 scents, but even if you pick up the unscented, I do want to let you know, naturally, it's going to have a bit of a citrus to it. That is not a synthetic fragrance. That's just the way that the natural mineral smells in that one. But what we do is we go to the root of the cause of the body odor. So instead of masking it or trying to dry it out or cover it up with a powdery scent, we go in and what we're doing is we're killing the bacteria that is feeding the off gas. So body odor is off gas of a bacteria. It's as bad as it sounds. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna help to crush and clean the bacteria. And what I found, and Valerie, I'm dying to hear if it's been the same for you, I have found that the longer I use this, the less I need it. And the less often, like, I never thought I would say this in my entire life.
Stop it.
I don't need deodorant every day.
I tell people that, and they literally look at me cross-eyed like I'm cuckoo crazy, and it's true.
Yes, I don't, like I used
It's
to,
true.
if it was morning and night. Now, maybe 3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Other than that, because we're killing the bacteria, so my body is not producing. And I'm not making any medical claims. Let me be clear. I'm a spokesperson, not a doctor. But personally for me, my body is not producing the bacteria that it did, so I really don't need it as often.
I find that you've got to give it time. Give it time to work, because you're switching over from something that is so chemically laden or has all the synthetics or has the aluminum or has the baking soda, and you can do your own personal research. It may not be for everyone, but it was a mission for me, and I struggled until I found the goat milk. Again, powered by goat milk, pH balance, but you're going to the root of the problem. So you have the coconut cream, you're getting 2 full size. If you want the pure, the original, which has that hint of that citrus scent, that's gonna be the most limited. And then the glacial mint and eucalyptus. It goes on completely clear, you guys, so there's not going to be anything that's going to transfer to your clothes, to your tank top, to your silky, you know, blouse that you're wearing. Completely clear. There is no like synthetic fragrance. And then look, you get so much product. I will say 2 of these, because I'm now not only, you know, I'm only using it a few days a week, I almost feel like unfair to say that, because I know people that, you know, use deodorant multiple times a day. This will last me, I don't even want to say it, but like till next year. Because in the winter, I barely ever use it.
I'm glad you're saying it, because it's one thing for me to come out. I work with Beekman, right? But you have tried, I mean, as an expert, especially specific to you in the beauty industry as well, you know, you've probably tried hundreds of different brands. For me personally, I have tried so many clean beauty brands. I wanted so badly to love the clean deodorant movement, because I knew what was happening in the underarm area, particularly for women. And if you're a woman, I highly suggest going out and doing some research around that. that. But I couldn't find anything that actually did the job until we went to the root problem. And it does it so well that now I use this. Like I tell a story about, I went to Las Vegas and I worked a trade show.
Okay.
This was almost 2 years ago now. And everybody in the trade show was using this foot powder. I brought this and I put it on my feet. By the end of the day, all of that powder looked like cookie dough. It was terrible. It was everywhere. My feet were not swollen when I got back to my room. They didn't show the shape of my shoes. They weren't hot. They weren't sweating all day. So not only have I been able to use this for the underarm area, but now I use it for my feet. Like my sneakers are more fresh. I don't need to wash them as often.
I was thinking too, I know I've read a lot of reviews where people will have, if they have some body, like skin rubbing or chafing, because again, it's a moisture stick. Inherently, it's the goat milk. So you could use that maybe in an area where, or you're putting on shapewear, you know, like the way something rubs, or maybe it's an area, you know, underneath the bust line. It could be anywhere. I mean, it's clean beauty. So you don't have to worry about where you're putting it. In fact, you can put it wherever you need to, or wherever you feel like you're getting the moisture, you might getting that odor. Because again, it's about going to
the root of
the problem, which is the bacteria that's off-gassing, and that's why you get the stink and like the foul odor. So when you are preventing that, you then are having less of that smell, right? And that's been my experience. And like I said, I'm at a stage and age in my life where I now sweat. When I was younger and I was cheering and doing all this other stuff, my sister used to tell me, she's like, you never smell, you never like sweat. And I was like, I guess that's just me. But the older I got, girl, I don't know what happened. Them hormones, boy, they kick in. All right, you are getting 2. Remember, we give you 30 days to try it out. So now is the perfect time before we hit the heat and the hot and the height of summer. 2 of the coconut cream. That is what currently you will find me wearing when I put it on. Pure